Hey campers, Judith here. This week in the module, we emphasize the importance of developing learning objectives as part of the instructional design process and the importance of having concrete learning objectives to be able to move forward with our course design, because everything that we will be doing from this point forward rests on having those concrete learning objectives. So one of the things that we recognize is that some of us have really extensive experience writing learning objectives, and others of us, we may just be starting out. But no matter where you are, learning objectives are always under development. This is something that we circle back to every single week. We have to have learning objectives in our course, or I should say, every single module or unit of learning in your course. And then every time we revise our course, we are looking at those learning objectives, fine-tuning them, making sure that they still work, they're still what we want them to be. So one tool that can help you with this process is from Arizona State University's Teach Online site. They have a learning objectives builder, and this site is just such a handy tool. It's something that I come back to time and time again to help me develop my learning objectives, because I feel like I'm a good systems thinker. I know what it is that I'm trying to communicate in my learning objectives, but I want to make sure that they're as clear and concise as possible, so that way when I share them with students, they can clearly understand what it is that we are focusing on, and I can show them how the work that we're doing is aligning with these objectives and how it all fits in with the bigger picture of the course. Because sometimes online courses can feel really siloed, like we're moving from unit to unit and module to module, but we really need to connect all those dots and see how they fit into that larger picture of what this course is all about and what it is that we're trying to achieve and learn together. So here in the website, we have our explanation of what learning objectives are. Throughout the site, you are going to see some good examples of learning objectives, which is really nice because it's giving you a model to follow. And then there's the Objectives Builder tool. And this tool is an application, it's web-based, that you use on the site. It can give you some about information. Again, there are some more examples of well-written learning objectives and some guidance on how to structure your learning objectives. There are instructions for using the tool, and you're going to step through a three-step process. The first is choosing the cognitive domain from Bloom's taxonomy. The second is choosing a verb, and there will be verbs to choose from. And then the third step is describing what you want students to do. Now that is going to come from you, but what's nice is when you piece all of this together, you can take a look at the whole thing and see, does this work for you or not? And if not, you can go back through the steps, going back to the cognitive domain, going back to choosing a verb, and walk through the cycle again. And then you can copy and paste from this into your syllabus or whatever tool it is that you're using to capture these notes. So really quickly, I'll walk through. It's going to give you each domain here, and then if you click information, or I should say pause on information, you're going to get a definition for the domain, which will help guide you through and figure out where it is that you are. So I'm going to say apply. That's something that we're looking to do. And then it's going to give you a sampling of verbs to choose from that align with this domain. So for me, what we are trying to do is compose. I want my students to write something. So I can see here that I might not be in the right domain. I can go back and try create. And here I can see, okay, there is write. That is a verb that is here for me to choose. So by the end of this course or module or lesson, you will be able to write what? And then here it's going to allow you to type your text and input this information. So you're going to be able to write for me, an outline using Monroe's motivated sequence. And here, again, there are some examples to reference if you're not quite sure. And then moving forward, I have my objective and I can copy it, or I can go back and create a new objective. So usually what I do is I just copy it. It's on my clipboard, and then I can paste it into my document. I hope that you find this tool as handy as I do, and if you have any questions about using this tool or writing objectives in general, just go ahead and reach out to one of the facilitators for COOL, and we will be happy to assist you.